Stage 1 of the process of weaving cloth is to wind the cones ready for the warper. You have to wind enough cones for the pattern to put on individual sections. Stage 2 of making cloth is to make the warp. The warper puts the pattern up in his creel and then puts the individual sections onto the beam. This is then beamed off onto the other beam, ready for the next process of drawing. Stage 3 of making cloth is the drawing process. This is when each individual end is drawn through a heddle to make the pattern of the cloth. Once all the ends are drawn through, it then has to go through a reed which sets the width of cloth in loom. Stage 4 in the process of making cloth is weaving. The job that has just been drawn will be taken across to the loom, placed in the loom, tied down, and then it has to be dropped. The droppers are placed on one end at a time, and this is so that if an end breaks during weaving, the dropper drops and the machine cuts out. Stage 5 of the process of making cloth is when the cloth has been woven and is taken over and put over a light box. This is to assess the piece to make sure there are no faults. If there are any faults, the ladies have to mend these ends in by hand to make the cloth perfect. Stage 6 in the process of making cloth is when the finished cloth is sent to the finishers. The cloth is then washed and processed to make the finished product. Stage 7 is when the finished cloth comes back from finishers and it is then checked and made sure that everything is correct before it is packaged up and sent to the customer.